Welcome back, friends. Today, we're diving into something ancient, raw, and absolutely fascinating. Baking fish in a fiery salt shell. But before the fire, there's the salt itself, harvested from a lake that looks almost otherworldly. If you enjoy discovering food with stories buried deep in tradition, make sure to subscribe because every dish I share carries a little piece of history with it. People here have been gathering salt for centuries, their hands carrying the same rhythm as their ancestors. And now, that salt will transform an ordinary fish into a dish with history baked right into its skin. Standing here, I can feel the silence of the salt lake. The air tastes sharp, almost metallic, and the ground beneath my feet crunches like glass. This isn't just a place, it's a landscape shaped by salt and sun. What fascinates me most is how ancient this tradition is. Generations have walked these shores, bending down to gather crystals the way their great-grandparents once did. The salt here forms in thick, dazzling crusts. When the wind blows across the lake, it almost looks like snow glittering under the sun, but touch it and you feel its weight, solid and unyielding. People say the lake has its moods. Some days it's calm, reflecting the sky like a mirror. Other days, storms whip up the surface, reminding everyone that nature is the true master here. I learned that salt harvesting here isn't just practical, it's spiritual. Villagers often speak of the lake as if it's alive, a being that gives and takes depending on how you treat it. What amazes me is how this salt, born from sun and water, becomes part of dishes across the world. It connects this quiet lake to kitchens thousands of miles away. And when you taste it, you notice the difference. It carries a sharpness, almost like the memory of the lake itself. Every grain tells the story of earth, sky, and time. By the way, while I'm here stuffing the fish, take a quick look at my shop. You'll find so many kitchen essentials there, from sharp knives to beautiful bowls, everything I personally use when I cook. Just scan the QR code. It'll take you straight there. I've already stuffed the fish with lemon and fresh dill. The citrus will brighten the flavor, while the dill adds that earthy herbal depth that melts beautifully into the meat as it bakes. In the meantime, I'm cracking eggs right into this mountain of salt. It might look strange at first, but the egg whites are the secret. They turn loose crystals into a solid shield. Without them, the salt would just fall apart. With them, it becomes a kind of armor that will lock in every bit of juice from the fish. Now it's time to wrap the fish in parchment. This layer isn't for decoration. It protects the delicate meat from being overwhelmed by salt, letting it absorb only the perfect amount of flavor while staying tender inside. Finally, I pack the fish into its salty armor. Every side, every corner gets sealed in tight, as if I'm hiding treasure under snow. Now we carefully place the fish on the baking tray, making sure it sits snugly in its salt shell, and then we leave it to cook over the heat, knowing that the fire will slowly transform this humble combination of salt, fish, and parchment into something magical. Now it's the perfect moment for a cup of tea. I love just sitting here, watching the fire do its work while the aroma of salt and fish slowly fills the air. There's something magical about this pause. A simple cup of tea in a place like this makes everything feel slower, richer, and somehow more alive. Well, the fish is finally ready. Now we carefully lift it from under the salt and start unwrapping it. The anticipation is almost unbearable. Have you ever tried cooking this way? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think you'd dare to cover a whole fish in salt like this at home? Look at this beauty. Just look at it. The crust cracks perfectly, and you can already see the tender flesh inside. If you love discovering unique cooking techniques like this, don't forget to subscribe. Every recipe I share has a story baked right in.
Super.